Hi, it's Tomasz Kopyra from Poland. I'm in Shunzenzi with Bryan Baird and Chris Poel.
Yep.
We are, or I am here to make a relation from the first Polish-Japan collaborative brew, which was with Pinta Brewery. The beer was Baltic Porter. How it goes, Chris?
It was a wonderful brew day.
Yeah.
The hops that
Filtration was good.
Yeah, everything was very smooth, and the hops were just beautiful.
Yeah, Pinta bring Marinka and Lubelski hops.
Yes.
You use Japanese Shinsu Ase and German Magnum for bitterness.
Right. Yes.
You use also Japanese ingredient as sugar. Yeah. What is the name of this sugar?
It's called kokuto.
Kokuto.
Kokuto means dark sugar.
Okay.
So it's a form of dark cane sugar that's often used in the distillation of Japanese shochu.
Oh, this sugar is really amazing. It tastes like a fudge or in Polish krówka, cukierki krówki. Bardzo ciekawy aromat. So we hope that beer will be in Poland. Probably. How long it takes? How long it takes to bring it to Poland?
Well, I think it's a high gravity big lager, and so all of the beers that we do are packaged unfinished. They're secondarily fermented, naturally carbonated, and conditioned and packaged. So we would anticipate packaging sometime in late October, and then maybe being able to ship to Poland sometime early in 2016.
Because transport takes much time.
Exactly, and then maybe February or March would be a nice time to debut this both in Japan and in Poland.
So we are really waiting with a thrill. Chris, you are the person who has the same way to brewing, which I really admire, from home brewer, to craft brewer. How it shows that you decided to open the brewery in the Japan,
Well, I have sort of two loves, two passions, right? And one is Japan, and one is beer. And so Baird Brewing is a marriage of those two things. And my wife, Sayudi, who's my founding partner, was also not just, go to it, I'll support you, but she and I were beer drinkers and beer friends, and she was
really involved
from the very beginning. And so we started as a very small brewery pub back in 2000.
Yeah, we've seen your equipment, which was like average American home brewer equipment.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we basically started commercially brewing on a little, home brewing system, and we only sold the beer on draft at our pubs. And my wife did the food, and I did the brewing and the bartending. And Chris, who's my right-hand guy in the brewery now, and also an investing partner, was one of our early customers, and he was a passionate home brewer. And so it's interesting, the only two people in the company that have brewed on every system, our 30 liter, our 250 liter, our 1,000 liter, and our new brewery are Chris and I.
Yeah, I must admit that when I see this equipment, the first brew house, and think that someone won't brew on this and sell this beer in a brew pub, must be crazy.
That's what pretty much everyone thought.
Yeah, and when I've seen this brewery, which is really awesome, it shows that everything is has a reason, why it's in such way or this way, you have a specific boiling kettle, with specific boiling system, with specific hop hopnik to add hop only in cones. Yeah, it's really amazing, and I really. It's like, you know, American dream, from zero to hero, yeah? From this equipment, which is typical for, or even nothing fancy for an American home brewer,
Yeah.
to this brewery, this is really amazing, it's really shocking.
Yeah.
It was 4 different breweries, brew houses, yeah? 30 liters, 250 liters, 1,000 liters, which means 10 hectares. And now it's 6,000 liters, which means 60 hectares. And there is a place, maybe not to changing the brew house, but for putting more fermentation tanks. Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, we have all this empty space in our cellar, all waiting for more
Tanks.
and more tanks. And you know, the challenge is that when you own your own breweries and you're committed to them, each jump is a huge capital investment jump.
Yeah.
And then when you make that in the beginning, then you have to grow into your capacity. So you're always sort of in a very tight position as your fixed costs, asset costs, jump through the roof, and then you've got to cover that by more production and more sales over time. And the key is to do it in a way that you don't bore, you don't sell your soul. You stick to your principles,
Yeah.
and you do it the way you want to do it.
Could you tell me what was the time between changing the equipment? You started at 2000, yes?
2000.
2000, yeah. First, second brew house was
it
started in
2003,
2003. Third one,
2005.
okay.
I'm sorry, it actually, we bought it, installed it, we actually began brewing 2006.
So it's three, yes. And then it takes longer. It was last year, yes.
Yes.
When you started this brewery.
Yes. 2014.
It shows that you moved from the Numazu, where you started the first 3, yeah? And why you choose this area, yeah? What was the reason?
Well,
because it's really picturesque, yeah, it's great.
Well, we've always felt, historically, beer is an outgrowth of agriculture. It's not an industrial endeavor. And our dream was always to build a beautiful brewery in the countryside and to demonstrate this intimate connection between the land and beer, right? And here
I've heard you have also hop yard, yeah?
we have a little hop yard. We do some organic agriculture, which we want to do more of. And it's not just, why do we make beer? We make beer, we craft beer because we love to drink beer. Okay, and so brewery's not just about making beer, it's about the enjoyment of beer. And so we wanted to create sort of a beer paradise, a beer oasis.
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah. I feel here so, you know, I've been in Yokohama and come here by Shinkansen and so on, and I feel maybe with the train, which is slower, not Shinkansen, when I have the slower pace, yeah?
Oh yes.
Yeah, more peaceful, more quiet.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly.
You can also feel it in your, you know, people live slower, yeah. Taxi driver drives slower, yeah.
It's
And it's amazing, yeah, like,
it really is amazing.
yeah.
Beer, right? It's going back. Really, craft beer is about going back in time more than right, and it's recreating, revitalizing this idea of dozens and hundreds and thousands of small breweries around the world, right? That are passionate and brew beer locally and sell.
Yeah, yeah. I must say that a while ago we drank some Pintas brews with guy from Estonia, guys from China, and every one of us has the same language. Of course, it was English, but generally it was beer language.
Oh, yeah, it was beer, exactly.
It was. We were like, you know, friendly souls. Yeah, we love the same thing. Yeah, we know our thoughts without words sometimes. Yeah, it's really amazing.
Craft beer is family.
Yeah,
it's really true.
I'm curious how your brewery is. How Japanese people here think about your brewery as a Japanese brewery, which we are proud of that is in our country, or maybe American brewery in Japan, which we like that is in our country, but it's rather American than Japanese. What do you think? What is from your perspective?
From my perspective, we're like most of life, it's not black and white.
Yeah.
We're sort of gray. I'm an American.
But your wife is
Japanese. I'm an American-inspired and trained brewer. I learned about craft beer, and I got into craft beer, and I was inspired by craft beer through what was happening in the United States, in the movement. But my sort of aesthetic inspirations, the way I wanted to make beer, the sort of balance that I wanted incorporated in beer, was very much a Japanese cultural and culinary aesthetic. So I joke, I have joked when I've given tours in the past that the person brewing Japanese craft beer in the most traditional Japanese way is the foreigner.
Yeah. Chris mentioned that you use much more Japanese origin ingredients than typical Japanese brewery. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Of course, when we talk with the biggest, which use international ingredients, not typical ones. Yeah, you use wasabi with tea, many different ingredients with that origin Japan. Yes.
Where we have the choice, we love to use local indigenous ingredients. There's not a large barley growing agriculture here. There's not a lot of hops, and so we pretty much have to use international ingredients, which we use mostly European grain and a whole mix of international hops. But for unusual ingredient beers, local, indigenous, and fresh in season.
Yeah.
No extracts. We don't we use things and they're minimally processed from it. We try to keep it as close to nature as possible.
Yeah, I'm really admire your American point of view. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of American craft beer revolution. I'm really for the American attitude, but I really feel the Japanese stamp at your beers. Yeah? They are really different from Americans. From California or for Oregon, or really different.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that even if I saw the name of the beer, which is rye IPA, and there is a name Brewer's Nightmare, and I know why. It's so amazing that I don't ask you what was the filtration, because I know it was bad.
Yep.
Well, we constantly play with the amount of rye we use, and last year our first Brewer's Nightmare on our new German automated system was not a nightmare at all. It was too easy.
You increased,
Last year I did it, and it was really easy. This year we put Tetsu in charge, and you increased the rye.
So we increased the rye. We don't want it to be so easy.
And Tetsu was supposed to have a day off, and he switched his day off so he could brew it. And after that, he sent me an email, said, I'm not doing this ever again.
Because you can think that I am speaking with Americans living in Japan, but the rest of the crew are Japan origin, yeah?
Yep, they're all Japanese.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was really great. I'm really grateful for the situation that I can take part in such a historic event. Yeah, that Polish and Japanese brewery are collaborating in brewing. That I can visit this brewery because it's not so easy to reach it from Tokyo or Yokohama.
No, but thank you for coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that collaborative brew was the main reason to come here. But if I wasn't been here, I will lose much. Yeah, because it's really amazing, picturesque nature, great brewery with very interesting system and very interesting some features.
Yes.
Which I haven't seen before. Your dry hopnik is also interesting.
Oh yeah. I told you the Hopnik and the dry Hopnik are my favorite new toys.
Yeah.
I love those too.
So let's cheers for the craft beer revolution, and that thing what connect people, beer. Yeah.
Here's the beer.
Here's the beer.
Kampai.
Forever. Kampai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And na zdrowie.
Na zdrowia.